We find ourselves in a bad spot. We came to speak to Goliat, and it seems there is a massive illusion that we have been fooled by, and now we have to find a way out of here. We've been discovered by Rick, who I can only imagine is the wizard Sylvastra, who may or may not have Goliat under her influence. I am more scared than I have been in some time. I only hope we can resolve this somehow and quickly. Are you ready for the dungeon, dads?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Heroes rise, heroes fall. I see them on the front line, standing tall. They're risking life and limb to answer the call. But what they fighting for? Don't know, don't care, just along for the ride. But if everyone must stand, I'ma make sure I'm gonna win inside.
Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Still in Richardson, Texas, magical Friends Together edition.
Feels like we've been here for 2 months.
2 months. I wonder what's happening to my children. I wonder, but I don't know. I don't
Such is
care.
life.
Just along for the ride. Yeah. Every pod must end, but not this one, apparently.
Not this one.
Well, everybody, I am your DM, as always, Tom Blaylock, and I am joined today in the lovely Richardson, Texas, Airbnb.
Was that a John Travolta attendant? The lovely and talented Richardson, Texas.
No, he would have had to mispronounce it.
Well,
Blah, blah.
that doesn't sound like John Travolta to me.
That's exactly Adele Dazeem.
We're gonna put the reference in again for this episode.
Just so Tom can watch it again and understand.
Tom doesn't click on the show notes.
I don't click on the show notes. I'm like, no, I'm not going to tell you what I do.
He's like, this shit is funnier when I don't know where it came from.
It's so much better. It's so much better. I am joined today, as always, by Sam Frank playing Schnobik the Bastard, and Eldritch Knight with a dark tarry heart.
First this time, you're really sticking to a different order every
Different
intro.
order every time.
God, and he remembered.
And I remembered.
That's amazing.
Tim Carr playing Filnyr Omajira.
Filnyr the Frightened.
Filnyr the Frightened. Filnyr the One. And John Watson playing Ionus Silhavind.
That is right.
The wizard, the king that would be of a land that he's not sure he understand.
Apparently, everyone just wants to marry me off to someone else.
I know, it's so time. Yeah, last episode, my goodness, his aunt was like, I think we're going to do this. Are we doing this? Wait a second, are we doing this? And he was like, no, we're definitely not doing this. Let's get out of here.
And it turns out she may be ensorcelled, so we can't hold it against her.
That's right. That's right. So just to catch you up, I mean, so you come out of the temple tower, you cross this this no man's land between the two armies that have lined up. You get this information that there's only about 600 people on one side. We don't know how many is on the other side, and Goliat seems to think that this is the largest, best fed, most effective army in all of the Breen, which is interesting information because you guys did just buy 450 troops, as you well know.
Word may not travel
for not
that fast.
much. Yeah.
I mean, it's a hell of a lot of money. Let's not kid around here. And then we had this situation where you're in a tent, and Ionus decides to dispel magic on Filnyr, which I didn't quite understand, but I was like, let's give it to him. So he gets this vision that the tent is not all it seems, and then he dispels magic on Jabel Hyacinth, who now sees the world as it is. And they walk out of this tent, and they're in front of the guard, Rick, who's spelled with an F and a Y. And and he freaks out, realizing that you have seen through something. Is that about catch it up?
That's where
I
we
think that's
left it.
about right.
That's
That
where we left
Jabal
it.
has,
I also want to
come
point
out of her.
that Tim keeps saying Goliat, which makes me want to call her Juliet Goliat.
Yes.
it's Goliat. Isn't it spelled with a U?
It's G-O.
Oh.
But it's fine. I actually love that you're saying Goliat every time. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to keep it up. I love it. I love it because I like to stay on my toes, and I think that Filnyr has a bit of a Neverwinter.
I think I also said Sylvestra with an L in there. I think I did the Sylvester
Yeah.
mispronunciation too. So we'll see what
Well,
happens. Maybe I didn't.
Yeah.
Maybe he re-recorded the whole thing.
Yeah.
But also, language evolves. This is how people are known by different names in different places.
That's true. That's true.
So there is a nice kind of regionalism to it.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure, we'll call it that.
So Rick, he can tell something's up. And he looks at the four of you. Felipe's still in the tent. He's not quite figured out what's going on at this point. And he says, can I help you, my lady? Saying to Jabal. And he looks at you all and he says, are you,
Silence. What is going on? What have you done?
You're very confident, wizard. I have done nothing. I'm a lowly guard. And he gives you his hand and he goes into a deep front-stepping bow, French style.
French style.
Jabal, what does this look like to you?
It looks like a low-life guard to me. And this is the one that you brought to my tent. My chalet.
This is the one that brought us here.
Where is Savastra? Rick, is that your name? Yes, that's my name.
Insight check. 17.
Nice.
It's true. He seems to be telling the truth. His name is Rick.
But there's no F in it.
No, there is. RFYK is how you
The
spell it.
FY, I was about to say the FY is implied. That's right. Every time he says his name.
That's right. You got it. He's backing away from you all a little bit, and he looks over at Ionus.
Why in such a hurry, Rick?
He just says, I think you all have a place to go, and you should go home.
Counterspell.
Okay. All right. Give me an
It's your
intelligence
last
check.
It's not your last
Counterspell.
spot, but it seems like maybe worth it.
All right, give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence. No luck points. Shit.
Do you want me to tell you what the DC is on it?
Nah, it's all right.
I think we know what the DC is.
23.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
It's lower than that.
All right, we're going to be an initiative. Damn. All right. Let me clear this thing out. That's
All right.
incredible.
Time for the metal die.
What did you actually roll in that 23?
An
I rolled
18.
an 18
Okay.
because I am now +5.
Filnyr's initiative 17.
All right. Oh, my God.
Ionus initiative 14. Filnyr is consistently
Schnobik,
oh, shit.
18.
Oh, shit. I got beat out.
His name does have an F and a Y in it.
Yep.
I told you it did. I wasn't lying. All right, where's Felipe? There's my boy. There's my boy. Don't worry. You got Felipe Madamba in this fight with you. This shit is about to get real good.
Oh, no.
What's wrong?
I had a bad thought about what's happening.
Oh, did you? Why don't you tell us? What's your bad thought?
I hope this isn't the fey creature that we pissed off.
Now, Arthrex has been not yet.
But
That's
like
Florin pissed him off.
Yeah.
That's a reach.
Okay, so here's the order that's pertinent to you all. You guys killed it this time. Schnobik
Wait,
was
it's
an
dead?
18. No, Schnobik was an 18, and then Filnyr, and then Ionus, and then these two fools, and then way down at the bottom, the extremely dexterous Felipe Madamba. All right, so you are just coming out of the tent. Felipe's still in the tent. The three of you are outside of it. Jabel, she's wearing like undergarments from when she was wearing her armor, and she's like bandaged up, like she doesn't look great. And about 15 feet in front of you is Rick the guard, holding a shield and a spear.
All right. My turn.
Schnobik. That counterspell was big time. Whew. The counterspell was real big time. And a 3rd level counterspell hit his 7th level mass suggestion.
I'm getting really lucky.
That was real. That was some real bullshit right there. It's fine.
I am going to run up to him, and I am going to cast a booming blade.
Okay.
26.
Okay, sure. That'll hit.
That is 10 piercing and 12 thunder. And
Jesus Christ, that's a lot of damage on one attack.
does he need to make a concentration check?
Why would he have to do that?
I don't know.
Well, you tell us.
DC 11 if he does.
Nah, he's good.
Okay. And then I'm going to do a bonus action attack.
Okay.
29.
Wow.
Hot rolls.
What's the damage on this?
14.
Good night. This is some bullshit again. God damn it. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so that's it. But then if he moves, he's going to take some more.
I understand. All right, Filnyr.
Play with my mind, will you, Rick?
And Jabel saw him as Rick, huh?
Uh-huh.
Said with a lot more confidence than she was speaking with before. Let's see.
She feels very different about the situation, as does Rick at this particular point in time.
I don't doubt it.
Am I seeing anything different through my lenders?
Different. Are you taking them on and off?
No. So I guess we would have to compare. Am I seeing anything different from your descriptions of what we've been given?
No.
Okay.
You're not seeing anything different from your descriptions, no.
All right. Filnyr is going to, on the assumption that this is the wizard in disguise,
Okay.
Hexblade's Curse as a bonus action.
Okay.
Approach and swing.
Can you hex his intelligence?
I'm not hexing. I'm using Hexblade's Curse.
Hexblade's Curse. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
This is my ability, not my spell. I don't
Yeah.
have to concentrate on it. It also has all sorts of other fun
You
stuff.
have to admit, confusingly named.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird. Okay, so, and then I will swing with Kegaset, Quiet Dark, all of the names of the weapon I carry. That is a cumulative 20 to hit.
Fuck. All right. You hit her.
Okay.
Hit him.
Tom and the pronouns. God. Slippery. Okay, so I get +4 because of the Hexblade's Curse and +5 because of Life Drinker. And it's a 1d8 +6 +1. That is... Woo, bubba.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, why is that?
This-
This is there twice. Sorry. So, okay. 22 damage on the first swing.
Okay.
And then...
Wow.
I'm going to swing the second
This
time.
is a lot of damage. There's a lot of damage before he gets to act.
We're fast and we're dangerous.
23 to hit.
Jesus Christ.
That is another 19 damage.
Why you get Why do you get a +5 and a +4?
Because Life Drinker's +5, charisma bonus, and Hexblade's Curse adds +4, which I don't use all the time.
How much damage is that?
19 total, plus 22.
Wow. I mean, wow.
And at this point, Tim and I both have +10 to hit.
Yeah,
So
it's gross.
if you have like less than 20 AC,
You're almost always getting whacked.
I mean, I'll tell you, like, I don't want. This is probably bonus episode thing. I didn't do something in the very beginning, and I should have.
Forgot the mage armor.
No, I got mage armor, but I got something else, and now it doesn't even help me at all. All right, fine. I don't care.
That is my turn.
I don't care. Go, John.
find a cantrip, John.
Go, John Silverwind. just, you guys would be so disappointed if you kill him right now because he's not going to be able to have his big moment. He has a very short speech that I wrote for him. I'm not going to read it to you.
I'm going to pick up the wand that I got from the tree.
Oh, cool.
From that whole debacle with Paraso.
Okay, and it's his turn.
That whole kerfuffle.
Yeah.
Do I feel anything from that?
Tell me what you're looking for.
I want to know what spell is in it.
Now?
In this one.
He really doesn't like casting cantrips.
I don't remember. I don't remember what spell's in it. Let me look. I have to look it up.
So it's not a situation where the spell. It's not a situation where it copies a spell that I cast somewhat recently.
If you cast it using that wand, that's the rule. And I have it here. I just need to look it up. I just got to look it up.
Okay, but basically, I will pick it up. I haven't used it. There's nothing in it.
That's correct.
Okay.
If you didn't use it, I can look it up. But I mean, if you haven't used it, then
I haven't used it. I've never used it.
Okay.
He could look it up, John.
I know, but I've. There's a point to what I was. There's a point to what I was doing.
All right.
I'm going to look at this person, and I'm going to cast blindness on this person.
Okay. All right.
Con save.
It's a con
Save, and it's a DC 17.
That doesn't do well. You're gonna hate me for this, but it's fine. All right, con save. Okay, it's a 7, but as you cast against him, he sort of goes back and he says, "I've seen this moment before. You're gonna try and kill me, and you're gonna almost succeed." And he succeeds on his saving throw. All right.
You always wanted a divination wizard.
A divination wizard. I did. Here he is. Dicks. Okay. I mean, like, I don't have a lot of options at this point. Yeah, no, he's done with you. You counterspelled him. You hit him for like 50 damage. Oh my God, it's so hard. You guys.
That's what she said.
You guys. He's about to maze himself. Like, can he maze himself? I don't know if he's allowed to do that. Oh, he wants to maze himself.
That's a high level spell. Oh my.
Yeah, it is. Thanks, John. Yeah, but it only targets one dude. Yeah, okay. He begins to waggle his fingers, and he points right between all of you, and a small bead begins to streak out from his finger, and it lands on the ground. And he fumbles with his finger. You see that he's wearing a small bracelet, and he pulls his finger, and he puts a ring on his finger. And that is his turn. And from the tent, you hear Felipe go, "Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit!" And you look back, and you see that the lady armor has begun to move.
Sort of a RoboCop situation.
Without a lady in it.
Without a lady.
That's
in it.
how she was able to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's how she was able to do it. And it has this moment where it clinks up, and it you can see that it looks around as though its helmet and its visor are actually like seeing eyes, and it reaches down for the shield and the long sword, and it charges out at you. And
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
yeah. And I think it's gonna hit Schnobik. You've done so much damage.
Oh, I mean, Jonas it's going to have to run past Jonas to get to me.
Oh yeah, because you approached
That wicked opportunity attack that Ionus has.
Yeah. No, it's not. It is going to go after. It's going to go after Ionus,
Okay.
and here is the first thing it's going to do to you. It pulls the sword out, and instead of like slashing at you, it turns it, and it begins to hammer down at you with the flat end of the sword.
Okay.
And that is a 16.
I'm going to cast shield.
Excellent. And then it swipes at you again with the blunt end. That's an 18.
It hits my shield.
And it doesn't do anything to you.
No, it doesn't do anything.
And it hits at you again. 21.
Oh, that is just my
21, sir. Yeah.
21 will do it.
Okay. So you are going to take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And you and I are going to have a contested shove attack. So he's going to try, and it's basically knocking you down as he hits you with the blunt end.
Roll
Let's
that
just say he
athletics,
does it.
Well, we'll see. We'll
Come
see.
on, you never know. Dice could be in your favor.
All right.
Okay.
Athletics.
Or acrobatics. It's
Okay.
22.
Acrobatics is better. 22. That's a high. 11.
Okay. And so Ionus is knocked flat on his ass, and the armor now turns the sword and does one last swipe at Ionus on the ground
Well, that's just not right.
with advantage. I agree. That's weird, right?
Ionus hits the ground.
Okay.
I can't breathe.
And that is a 28. Does that hit?
Yes, indeed.
All right, don't worry. It's not going to be a lot of damage initially. Okay, and that is 12 damage.
Okay.
And as it slices into you, you need to give me a DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
I feel like he's making up additional attacks as he goes along.
Four.
And then
Just like the ghost.
4 attacks.
Oh, my. All right. 21.
Okay. You're going to take half of this then.
Okay.
And you do not have to run away. All right, here we go. And you're going to take half of 16. So you have 8 more damage, thunder damage.
All right.
All right. And it's Felipe Madama's turn. And Felipe runs out after the armor and says, Ionus, do you have it? Kill the wizard. Always kill the wizard. And he runs past the armor and and runs at Rick. All right. And he is going to just begin to wail on Rick with his daggers. The first one misses. And he swings again. And the next one hits. And as he sort of swipes in there, he nails this guy really hard right in the chest. And you see that it cuts through what looks like leather armor. And you see a sort of a brief bright light. And then he goes, And he holds his ring and he's about to do something with it. And he says, not yet. And it is you, Filnyr. Oh, Schnobik. Sorry.
Felipe, if we kill him, we'll not know what magics are in operation here.
Always kill the wizard first and protect your own wizard. Are you new to this, vampire?
Allow me. And Schnobik touches a gem on his rapier and casts Hold Person on Rick.
Okay. What's the DC on this?
15, but he has disadvantage
Wait, why does he have disadvantage?
from my Eldritch Strike. If he was hit with me by my sword,
man.
he has disadvantage in all saving throws against my spells.
Wisdom, right?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. That is a 6. You have held Rick.
Boom.
I have concentration on it. Duration is up to an hour.
God damn it.
He might still get to give his speech.
Well, he still gets to he gets to do a save every round, right?
No.
With hold person?
Hold person he
Yeah,
does.
I think he does
you're
because
right.
I looked at that for the archer last time, and I was actually thinking about it right now for the same situation.
You're right.
I have a couple of options here.
I wonder if he has... Hold on a second. Let me read
At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another
It
wisdom
does.
save,
It does get another
Yeah.
wisdom save. You're right.
but we can damage it all we want to.
But I wanted to see...
advantage.
Avantage and auto crit.
Yep.
I mean, it's not going to. He's not going to survive a whole round of Filnyr after being held. Like
I don't
this.
think so.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, it's only on the next saving throw.
Next one. Okay, so he doesn't have disadvantage
Unless you
next
hit him.
forward.
Unless you hit him again.
Unless I hit him again, which... Oh, I can't right now. Only after cantrips.
Oh, after cantrips. Okay.
Spell still takes a whole turn.
All right, Filnyr. So you've got Ionus on the ground, being attacked and wailed on, frankly, by this suit of armor, and Rick has now been held.
I have
paralyzed.
him. Please get my brother off the ground.
Don't worry about me. Felipe's right.
I will consider the options very, very briefly, and then I will swing at the wizard.
Okay.
They've learned some hard lessons.
Yeah, they learned some hard lessons. It's true.
All right, and I got advantage, which I guess it doesn't matter if it's auto crit. 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
So 2d8.
Is it auto crit?
Can he continue
For
to?
paralyzed?
Can he continue to concentrate on a spell after he's been held?
Well, you've got it's the condition he's in is paralyzed. You've got it right there on the DM screen.
Also, if he's concentrating, he should be doing checks.
He should be doing checks.
He just has to do a check right now. This is the
Oh, for
second
that
time.
ball
Yeah.
that's on the ground?
It says on incapacitated. It just says they can't take actions or reactions.
Oh, so
Wait, is it incapacitated or paralyzed? It's incapacitated, right?
It says a paralyzed creature is incapacitated. See the condition and can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. An attack that hits the creature is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet.
Okay, so
And then incapacitated says an incapacitated creature can't take actions or reactions.
okay, so roll your hit.
Okay. So
Roll your
it is
damage.
it is a crit, so I'll roll my 2d8. So that is 9 plus 19. So 28. So his concentration check is a DC 14.
He doesn't have to do a concentration check. You slice into him, and as you slice into him, a giant blast of fire goes off behind you, and it's eviscerating the tent and Jabel
And everything.
and everything within 20 feet of it.
Delayed blast fireball.
And
Should have kicked that little ball away.
yeah,
I don't even know
Yeah.
if you can touch it.
Oh,
Probably
so
not.
when he loses concentration,
It goes
it
off.
goes off.
it goes
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
Or dies, which may
or
be
dies,
what just
yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not that bad.
Sure.
Not
It's-
that bad.
It actually is not that bad. You guys will be fine, I think, for this.
I mean,
It's only a 7th level fire.
All right, I just have to get all these dice together.
Need to borrow some?
I got it. Okay. That is, gentlemen, it's going to be 49 damage.
No save?
It is a dex save.
Okay.
Ionus, I believe,
It's with disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Because you're prone.
That is a 9.
Okay.
That is an 8 for Filnyr.
All right.
Let me
You
just
have
roll
disadvantage
this
on it?
first.
Oh.
No.
I just had the wrong thing toggled.
Dope.
13.
Okay.
But wait, hold on a second. What was the DC on it?
I didn't tell you.
Oh, you didn't tell me?
Uh-uh.
Hold on, because...
I'll tell you, at least one of your compatriots has failed it.
I mean, we know at least 2 of his
At
compatriots
least
have
two
failed
of
it.
his compatriots have failed it.
Which means probably all 3 of his compatriots have failed
So
it.
I have Indomitable. Beginning at 9th level, you can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. If you do so, you must use the new roll, and you can't use this feature again until you finish a long rest. So I'm assuming a 13 failed it, and I'm going to roll again.
Do I tell you if it failed it?
You don't
I
have
mean,
to.
it says that I failed.
Yeah, you failed it. You failed
Okay.
it. You failed it at 13.
All right, so I'm
We all
going
know that was
I'm
gonna
going to
fail.
re-roll it. 6.
Okay.
Okay.
49 damage.
But I'm going to use my reaction to cast Absorb Elements.
Okay. Cool.
And that just protects you, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
So as soon as the fireball goes off and it eviscerates, Jabel is dead. And Felipe takes a full blast of it, and he's okay.
I have one thing to adjudicate here.
Yeah. Okay.
This all depends on how this, what's first in, what's last out.
Right.
Because Hexblade's curse, I get hit points back when he dies.
Okay.
So is he dead after the fireball, or is he dead before the fireball?
Get your hit points first, and then.
Well, I didn't have any damage first.
So he wants to take the damage
First,
and
that's
then
fine.
get his
that's
hit
fine.
points back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
It's fine. Take it. Preserve as many hit points as possible.
Okay.
And the armor is still menacing Ionus. It is still activated, animated. But now, the tent is on fire. There's lots of other things, and you see that people who are here are suddenly, not only they're concerned about the fight going on that had a huge blast of fire, now you see people are running around and are super confused. Like it's almost
And
like
does the world look different?
it doesn't look different to you.
Got it.
It doesn't look different to you. And the there's a person who is sort of runs out of another tent and says, something has happened. We've been moved. We've been transported. What is happening? Jabel, the killer. Jabel, she's burnt up. And this guy runs over and touches her, and she's dead. She's dead. The champion of Goliat Adair is dead.
What does Rick's body look like?
Rick's body is it doesn't appear to be burned at all.
Does it appear to be Rick?
It still looks like Rick.
There is more magic at play here. And the armor is still active.
The armor is still active.
I have one more swing.
Okay.
So I am going to take it. How far was Ionus? He was
15
within
feet.
walking distance.
Yeah, 15 feet.
Yeah,
So
right there.
I'll walk over and take my second swing at the armor, which I know is unfortunate because it's just metal on metal, but it's magic, baby. 25 to hit.
Wow. Yeah. That hits.
And that is 17 slashing damage.
All right. So you hit it and you slice into it. It doesn't seem like it's doing much to the armor.
And 5 necrotic. Or 5 of that is necrotic, if that matters.
It does matter. And it sort of it clinks over, and then you hear an exhale that comes from the armor.
Because my guess was going to be it matters because the slashing it has resistance to, and the necrotic it is immune to.
Yes, or
But
something.
maybe if there's something alive in that armor.
And it sort of stumbles back and like lifts the visor, and it's nothing in there. And it sort of looks around and puts the visor down, and it is your turn, Ionus.
Ionus is unconscious.
Oh,
So
you went down?
I went down.
So then you got to do a death save.
Death save.
Death save. Yeah.
That would have been good information. I guess it was in the middle of my attack.
Yeah, you
couldn't
could have changed it up.
Yeah, you would have been able to. That's a 7.
Okay, that's one failure. All right. And the armor sort of turns around to meet you, Filnyr.
Okay.
And it does sort of what it did to Ionus. It turns the sword with a flat side at you, and it swings right at your head. And it's going to get a 18.
Does not hit.
All right. And it tries it one more time. 23.
That will hit.
Okay. So it's not a lot of damage, as you remember. That's going to be 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And, oh my gosh. No, you're wearing piercing resistant armor. Oh, yeah. I forgot.
It's piercing.
And then we have a contested strength.
I got a 12 athletics.
Okay. And she rolled a 10.
Yes.
All right. So you're not knocked down. And
Did not have high hopes.
she swings one more time here against you. And 19.
That will hit
Okay. And this is a full swipe this time
with the edge of the blade.
with the edge of the blade. 15 damage.
Okay.
And you need to do a DC 15 wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Here we go. 8.
Okay. As the sword hits you, you hear in your ear, very, very quietly, the voice of sort of a very distant being, and it says, "If you don't run, you will die, here and now, or bearer. Run." And you take 3d8. Oh, man. I have to clean this up. You take 10 damage, and you have to use all of your movement to run away.
All of my remaining movement for my turn, or
Reaction.
just full
It's your
speed?
reaction, full
Okay.
speed.
All right.
Full speed.
So I move 30 feet away. And the tent is like burned.
Burned, yeah. And as you run, he takes his last attack here, 15.
Will not hit.
Okay. All right. And it is Felipe Madamba's turn, and he turns over and he says, "The wizard is down. Our wizard is down. Protect the wizard."
Get him up.
And
as I run.
and he begins to wave his hands wildly, and he says, "Where's my panther? Where's my panther? Where's my panther?" And a small spectral panther appears standing in Ionus's space, and you will receive, my friend, 2d6 of healing. 9 points.
Nice.
Yeah. And it is Schnobik's turn.
Something tells me this thing can see in the dark. I don't know.
It doesn't have eyes unless
Yeah.
it's something invisible inside the armor. That's
Right. So I am going to run up to it, and I'm going to do a booming blade.
Okay.
That's 12.
That will miss.
I assumed.
Yeah.
But I can do a bonus action attack with my rapier.
You do not have. You don't have multi attack
13.
right off the bat.
I do, but I'm casting a cantrip.
Yeah. use a
Okay.
cantrip
Oh, that's
first.
right. Booming blade. Yeah.
Yeah. So that also misses.
Yep.
And,
I rolled a 2 and then a 3.
Yeah.
All right. And Filnyr, it's you. You're 30 feet away.
And do I have to continue to run?
You do not. It is over. It is the exact same effect as a Dissonant Whisper spell.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. I'm trying to think. Is this thing considered a construct or is it humanoid?
Good question.
It's a good question.
Know.
We don't know.
So you turn around and you look, and give me a perception check.
Okay. 17.
It's super weird. Rick is on the ground. There's no blood. Like, he's not burnt. His skin looks fine. He seems, if you had to guess at this distance, you'd think sleeping.
Right. I look down at my ring.
Yeah, your ring is fine.
But I
And
look
it
down at the
looks-
ring that Florn gave me.
Yeah. It looks real similar to the ring that Rick's is wearing.
And I'm going to run back in there and take a swing.
Okay.
And he's on the ground, so I have advantage.
Yeah. at
Oh,
Rick's.
so then... Oh, well, this is weird. My Hexblade's curse would not have gone off then.
It did go off.
Okay.
It did go off.
Okay. All right.
And as you approach, you see
Breathing.
breathing, and the silver of the ring
Broken.
is broken, and it's burned onto his. He has a small burn around his finger, and that's the only place he looks hurt at all.
27 to hit.
And as you swing at him, you see him open his eyes, and he says, wait. Roll your damage.
16.
Okay. Yeah, it's not looking good for old Rex here. Okay. To be fair, he should have died.
From the 16? No.
No, he's not dead.
The first time.
Yeah.
That was real smart, Tim.
That was really, really smart.
16 to hit with advantage.
That will also hit.
Yes. 17 more damage.
And as you slice into him, you see that like blood begins to pour out from the wound that you just carved into him. And you hear a giant exhale from the armor. And the armor slumps down lifeless and drops this lovely sword. And the sword sits there for a moment, and then you see it starts to vibrate on the ground. And it begins to vibrate more, and then it falls apart.
I was about to say, and another one.
Yeah, no. And we are out of initiative.
How's Rick looking?
He looks super dead.
Does he look like Rick?
He looks like Rick still. He still looks like Rick.
Schnobik's going to go over and search all his pockets.
Yeah, so he has 30 platinum.
Good, because Schnobik's poor.
He has a
Schnobik, you must ask permission.
Ask permission for what?
It is my dead. You must ask permission.
See to Ionus.
It is of the Lithani.
he has
I don't know what that means.
He also has.
Neither do I. I just sorry. I'm not myself.
He also has underneath his robes, hanging around his neck, a horsehair string that has what looks like it. When you pull it out, you think it might be an amulet or something, but it's just like this weird looking rock.
Listen, I know from weird looking rocks. I'm not going to be like, what's this trash?
Yeah.
Some childhood memento.
Yeah.
But anything, the bracelets, rings.
The ring is
Anything.
broken.
This is honestly the fantasy equivalent of just like kicking a gun away from a guy that's on the ground, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Taking away any tools he might have.
Yeah. Yeah. And
And
nothing.
robbing him. Well,
No, there's no spell book. There's no nothing. There's a water skin. He doesn't have much in here.
Ionus, are you awake now?
Yes, I'm awake. I'm just going to lay here for a moment. Did you get him?
Well, we got him.
Did you get the armor?
It's yes, in a manner of speaking. Did the armor fall apart too?
It's on the ground. It didn't fall apart, but it's
it has no
not
shape
animated.
anymore.
doesn't have shape anymore. Yeah.
He had nothing on him but this around his neck. No spellcasting focus. No. Is that true?
It is ascended ore, and you recognize it immediately, Filnyr. This must be Harold Two Hands ascended ore that he wears around his neck.
Huh.
Oh, shit.
Schnobik, look closely.
Yes.
Do you not see it? It is ore, ascended ore. If you do not believe me,
You lie.
hand it over and I will bear it as I bear the other.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
I thought you were not allowed to
now
handle
that I look at it more closely, do I see anything?
So has Schnobik seen the Godstone?
I don't think so.
I don't think you have.
No, I don't think you would have.
So it looks like it's bigger than the ascended ore that Filnyr carries. It's rough shaped. It looks a bit like a fist-sized meteor.
Oh, it's that big.
It's that big.
Okay, I was thinking like rock around your neck.
No,
thinking
I mean like
something the size of a nickel.
Like
Yeah,
this guy was holding this thing close
Okay.
underneath his
It's a big
clothes.
lump.
A big lump, yes. It is about maybe 1/50th the size of Abel's
Okay.
Godstone that
Okay.
he's been carrying around, that he carried around.
Wow.
Do we think this must be Harold's ascended ore then?
Matches the description. But
He was not wearing it in Lakenhof.
yes, but why would Rick carry it?
Excellent question.
If this was Rick?
Or, he seemed to be a wizard of some power. Was able to lay my brother out. It could be that he took it from Harold.
Or that Harold has been watching and controlling my aunt for some time.
Did I just murder Harold?
If you had, you would have turned back into my uncle, I would have thought.
Suppose that's true. But Jebel mentioned the wizard's name was Sivastra and used woman's terms. I'm not going to take his pants off, but this does not appear to be anything but Rick, as we saw. And the tents, does it still look like tents to us?
It's always looked like tents to you, yeah. But the people are clearly freaked out that they're in tents and not in chalets. And soldiers are running around and they're just like, what the fuck is going on here? Jebel, and then,
Ionus, we must find Goliat now.
Yes, I agree. All right, I'm up. No, I'm good.
and as you're talking, you've been getting an extra 2d6 per round. So I'll give you let's do 4 more rounds of this.
Oh, hey,
So
all right.
8d6.
Yeah, and if anybody else wants some, I don't know if you guys need some.
Oh, double ones.
Double ones.
I would.
Two.
Does this go to everybody?
I can give you some. So Felipe starts to share. So this one's going to go to Filnyr. And that's a 6. And Schnobik, this will go to you. It's 3. And this last one will go to Ionus. And that's 9 more. Okay.
I will take it.
Run now.
Back to her tent. Back to her tent. Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
And you're running, and there are soldiers who are, again, they're clearly freaking out, but there's some who are that seem like they know what they seem like they know what's going
They're
on.
freaking out because everyone else is
because
freaking
everyone
out.
else is freaking out. Yes, yeah,
Right.
and you see that like most of them are half plate wearing soldiers. So they're wearing armor that's very similar to Jabel's in terms of quality and style and all of that, and
Do they appear to be Adaran soldiers or Alwood soldiers? or
Adaran
both?
soldiers. They appear to be Adaran soldiers. They appear to be some like personal guard. They're the most. They look like the most decorated soldiers in the group.
Okay.
They're elite. They look like elite soldiers.
As we're running, I'm going to try to mark those and see if there are any who, basically, can I come up with a consistent pattern for these guys
Yeah.
and make sure that it's basically consistent, right?
Yeah.
That we don't see any guys in half plate with a lot of medals who are freaking out and tearing their hair out.
Okay. So give me an insight check. I guess I think insight would be
That
the one.
sounds right.
Would be the one. Yeah.
Well, okay.
Or something else. Let me know. Like what's the?
Well, here's what I'm going to pitch you on. Not that it's a huge difference, but I think an investigation check.
Okay.
Because it's pretty obvious the differences in reactions.
Yes.
And what I'm looking for is a commonality among the people sharing no reaction and making sure that it's consistent.
Sure. Okay.
Natural 20. Wow.
Okay, so as you're running, there 3 things are clear about the differences here.
Okay.
One, everybody who's not freaking out is wearing super clean half plate, and it's clearly Ladies Guard half plate. Like it's got a leaf and a star on it. That's the insignia for Goliat. But not everybody who's wearing that armor is in that way. So that's the first 2 things. The third thing, which I wouldn't give you unless you got a natural 20 here, is that the ones that are not freaking out are very clearly organizing and looking for each other in the crowd. And there does seem to be one who is a man. He's got a gray beard and bald head, and he seems to be sort of the force of order among this group.
So as we're running, I point him out. Unless I say, "Brother, half-elf, mark our enemy's muster."
And Felipe says, "Yes, I see him. He's the very tall young man over there, is he not? The one with the bow."
I use my Pearl of Power and regain a 3rd level slot.
Okay,
More precisely, the bald man with the beard.
that's the one. That's the one.
He's
there.
organizing them.
There.
And you can see it is members of the Ladies' Guard.
Very well.
They are not as surprised as they should be.
And you hear a scream from Goliat's tent area.
I run faster.
Male scream or female scream?
Female scream.
Okay.
Yeah.
I run faster into the tent.
All right. You get in there. Goliat is there alone. There are 3 men dead on the floor. And she says, No, my love. No, my love. And she goes over, and I don't know, which one does she kiss?
Grim Portnoy.
She kisses Grim Portnoy. Tom.
Fuck you guys. They've all had their throats slit, and there is a
Someone got to all the Grims?
and there is a knife in Goliat's hand.
Oh.
And she is freaking out. And she turns around, looks at you. She's, I did it. I killed them all. I stole Adair's money. My husband, my lovely husband. I have taken his amulet. I've done awful things. Nephew, kill me. Take this knife and kill me, nephew.
Calm down. I do not believe that you were in your right mind when you
Nephew,
did this.
it doesn't matter. I could see it all, nephew.
It is fine. Please, just tell me. Just tell me what happened, and I will take care of it.
We don't have much time, Ionus, but Lady Adair, I do ask that you pull yourself together. You are in command, are you not? We need your assistance.
I would put forth that she is not in command. We should take her and leave now.
And she turns and she just looks you right in the eye, and she takes the knife and she is about to stab her own wrist.
God damn it! All right, I'm gonna try to stop her. I probably can't, but I'm gonna try.
Fuck. I
She's
could
trying
do
to
it.
slice her
I could
wrist?
do it, but I don't know if Filnyr would have the same instinct.
Really?
I mean,
Ooh, that's dark
that
for
is-
Phil.
no, but I mean, like, just like seeing it in the moment, like being unsure of what the fuck, like, cause you're
you'd
just
probably just be
contradicting me on
shocked.
who, like, I'd just be like, wait, what's happening?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stop her.
Okay, so you're 20 feet away.
Uh,
We will have a contested initiative. She is not strong, and neither are you, but
Wait. Well, because I'm going to go for it too.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, he could ask me for help, and I could do something from range, but
But
I'm
this
just
is like she goes for it, and
We just jump
the
in.
two family members
Okay.
yeah, that
Yeah.
are
makes more
bolting
sense.
for it.
So here's what we're going to do. This is going to be this is going to be like a contested check.
Mm-hmm.
If she beats you both in initiative,
For initiative.
she's done.
All right. You're going to have us roll first?
I'll let you roll first.
Ooh,
are
suspense.
you gonna clear this?
Because if she rolls low, then we're like,
tracker?
Oh, do I need to clear the tracker?
we can just roll
All right,
it.
we're just going to roll it. Just give me an initiative roll. I'll see it.
22.
11.
Okay.
Here comes Goliath's.
All right. She has a +2 on this roll.
And what's her dexterity?
14. What's yours?
You said she rolled a 22.
No.
No.
You
No.
rolled a 22.
Just in case.
I'm just doing the math in
dex
my head.
is 16.
Oh,
So
So
tiebreaker,
he'll win
you
a tie.
would
I
win
Would
anyway.
Yeah.
okay.
But
Well,
roll it.
I'll
Sorry,
roll
we just
anyway.
totally deflated all that drama.
Natural one.
Yes.
Oh man, that's a 3 initiative. Okay.
So Schnobik is shocked that Ionus was faster than him
yeah.
to Goliat.
Yeah. And tell me what you do when you.
Faster to react.
Yeah.
I'm impressed she could kill Stormfeather that fast. That's all I'm saying. I mean, maybe he was,
Stormfeather's not there.
but then they're
Stormfeather's not there.
okay.
Yeah.
They collected another Grim Portnoy
They
somewhere
got another
along the
Grim
way.
Portnoy along the way. Yeah.
I
Hey,
Just say
we
you're
saw you from
Portnoy.
across the bar, and we really like your vibe. You want to come back to our tent?
it always has to be 3.
Yeah.
I get to her as fast as I can, and I just remember a really quick thing that Abel taught me while we were traveling together, and I'm able to kind of bend her thumb to the side and twist the knife out of her hand real fast.
Yeah, you got it. And she's, no, just let me go. Let me go, nephew.
And I just give her a giant hug, and we
No.
both kind of
No.
move slowly down to the ground.
There's no time for this.
He won't have me back. He won't have me back. I've done too much. It's too far along.
We will discuss this later.
You were not yourself.
Please, just come with us.
We
Just-
can
I
tell you
slept with
more.
all 3 of them
They seem like fine young
many
men.
times.
Felipe, what do you see outside?
Oh, sorry. I'm Felipe.
Tom, look at me.
Like, wait a second. Who? There are men coming. 5, 6. I count 6. 6 men. 6 men on their way to the tent now.
Who is the strongest among us?
Filnyr for sure.
Filnyr for sure. Right?
Oddly, I think that is me.
If we have to gag her, we'll gag her. Filnyr, can you throw her over your shoulder?
I can certainly try.
She's in no shape to run, and if she cannot be quiet, we'll have to make her quiet. We must leave now.
Where are we going?
Ionus, open the gate, Ionus. Open the gate.
Where are we going?
We make our
Anywhere. Go. Open the gate.
Jesus. All right. I scribe Hero Ink.
Okay.
What is that one?
That takes us back to Lake and
That's Lakenhearth.
That's Lakenhearth, but you have to contact Florin
I
for him
just
to
wanted
put
to
the
see
thing.
if it was so nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Right.
You have one more round before the guys get there.
Okay.
And Filnyr Madamba says, I will hold them off. I will hold them off. This is my land. And he gets down on a knee and he begins to pray, and a small sprite-looking dude pops up from beside him, and the sprite-looking dude rushes out. He says, "We will get him. We will save them. I am for you, Felipe." and you hear like some slashing and hacking outside the tent.
Okay. This is horrible.
Okay.
I scribe Arabai.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Let me look up exactly where it is. Oh, you got it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. All right.
It's one he's never seen before.
A portal opens up on the side of the tent, and inside of it, all you see is like well-tended Monteran armor.
And that's all we see.
That's what you see.
Get us out of here. We can always do this
It
again.
looks better than here.
We can always do this again. We can't go to the Gilbrain Wilds. Let's just go.
And so we just kind of push her through. And
Put me down, half elf.
I'm hoping
You are home now. We're back in Monterre. We're back in Monterre. Please
We get through.
sit.
Does
Felipe turns and says, "Gentlemen, I will see you back in Lakenhearth with an army." and he turns, and you see him run out of the tent, and you hear fighting, and you hear clanging, and you finally you hear him say, "Men of the Owlwood, come to me. These men aim to kill your lady and burn this forest down. You have been hoodwinked, but I am here to save you. I have dispelled this magic, and I will dispel more than this magic. I will dispel your despair."
Hey, we got to cut this off like right in the middle as the teleportation
Yeah.
circle closes. Just like, you will.
Yeah. Okay. And you're in a dark room, but this is an armory, and it's highfalutin guard armor in this room.
I'm sorry. We are in Monterre.
what?
I'm sorry. It was the closest. The only thing I could think of. Usually, when we go through this portal, it's in a dark room that might be guarded, but nobody knows we're here. Maybe we could rest for a moment, and then I can get us somewhere else.
Quickly, please, brother.
Schnobik, can you hold Goliat? I'm going to listen at the door. Or would you rather listen?
Put her down on the ground,
I'll put her down.
and I will put an arm around her
And
to
I'm
keep her upright, ish.
going to look at the door.
You have taken us to possibly the only place in the Gilbrain more dangerous than where we just were.
Perhaps.
I think as long as we don't make any noise, we should be okay, at least for a few minutes while we get our bearings.
I would estimate in that forest, 10% of the people wanted to kill you. Here, it's 50%, and it's a whole city.
Again, no one knows we're here. Just give me a moment.
Schnobik, let's
And
not
you
work
hear
against our goals.
and you hear nothing at first. And then it sounds like there's walking coming from somewhere.
Shit. Shh.
Ionus, message Flown.
And it's not walking. And it's not outside the room. And you hear clang, 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 clang.
I'm scribbling.
Flawed. Turn it on.
Ionus, is that you? You're already ready to go? You see it written on the...
Turn it on, 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 turn it on.
With the teleportation circle?
Turn it on, capital letters.
Yeah. And you see that in the armory, all the swords that are around the room in these holders that are actually... You've seen deer that have been stuffed before, and they've taken the hooves. So there's deer heads up on the wall, and the hooves hold swords, and there's 4 of them. And as you're feverishly writing to Florn and making some noise, you're even mouthing the words "turn it on," you see that these swords all begin to rise up out of the deer, and you see written inside your notebook, "Now it's ready."
All right, I do hero ink.
Okay, and the portal opens up on against the wall underneath some of these swords, and you can see the town square of Lake and Hearth.
All right, I push my aunt through first, and I go through right behind her.
Push the
Okay.
swords through that are in the way.
Okay, so
Wait,
the swords
are the
are not,
swords
they're not in the way.
Oh, they're not in. I
They're
thought
not
you
in the
said
way.
through the
They're-
swords.
They're above it.
They're above it. They're sort of begin to float off, and they are now facing Schnobik and Filnyr.
Through the portal, half-elf.
Can I make it through the portal without running into a sword?
Yes,
Okay, then that's what I do.
assuming it doesn't fly at you.
And I have literally my hand on his shoulder coming behind him.
Okay.
And you've
Because
taken,
I'm not going to risk them closing the portal while I'm still on the other side.
Yeah.
But I'm also not going to risk the ore bearer being left behind.
Yeah. So you go, and then as you run out of this room in Monterre and into the square in Lake and Hearth, you see behind you, Ionus, 5 swords come crashing down to the floor, and they sort of, it almost looks like they're scrambling up as though they're being held by someone's hand, an invisible hand, and they swing wildly at Filnyr as he's running, and he's the last one out, and one is coming, it's almost to the edge of the
Pull the finger out
thing,
just as it's.
there's nothing happens, and it's gone.
and we tumble onto the floor.
I'm sorry. I just needed to give us a minute so that I could get this one open, Schnobik. And I am sorry we went to the Owlwood.
Florence says, "Dang, guys, that was fast as hell. I have learned literally nothing since you left."
Flaunt, get us inside.
All right. I keep asking Waverly when he's going to give me a lesson, and he keeps saying, "Come back later. I'm still with Vera. Take care of the kids.
Flown.
Carry some water."
We get it.
All right.
Not in the mood to speak now.
All right. Come to the tavern. Come to the tavern. I'll have Yvonne fix you up something.
Very well.
As we have some time to rest, but
It's dark, right?
It's dark now. Yeah.
as much as I hate to say it, we
Oh, enough, Schnobik. We know.
you
We
know
have
what?
more than we bargained for.
We need to return to Breentown before we go to the Gilbrain.
What?
What?
We must secure that treasury before Lord Adair knows it's missing.
There's no
Goliat.
plot to take it.
And Goliat says, "If it's even there, I don't even know if it's there."
You yourself said you stole it.
Well, I took some money. I took 40,000, 50,000 at the very most. The treasury was empty after he left. Empty. There's a man who runs the merchant guild. His name is Bobby. And he told me that only Harold knows where the treasury is locked up, and it is in Breentown.
Then the Breentowners do not know what they protect.
I do not think that they do.
We have an entire town sitting on top of the entire Adaran treasury. And apparently they worship this one. I point to Florn.
Is that?
Yeah.
How do we know that's even right?
What?
We've been told so many stories. Flown, when was the last time anyone from this town has been to Breentown?
Well, let's
Where is
see.
their allegiance?
Well, I mean, we got Breenies here now. If you want to talk to them, they are weird, and they do treat me very weird. But I don't know. They.
As much as I have been an advocate for haste, even the chance that we could secure that much gold and put it in the hands of the only people, as far as I know, on this island, besides myself and my family, who at least dimly acknowledge the threat of the Gilbrainy elves, that opportunity is too good to pass up. It could fund an entire effort that would allow us to resist their advance.
And Goliat says, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but you could also send for my husband. And I could accept him back.
I'm not sure he's compelled to return to Lakenhearth quite so quickly. But that is another story. He was only just here, but he has also just since left.
I know my husband. There's only one thing he cares about more than his legacy as the finest prince that Adair has ever seen. And that is my acceptance.
And you have not been giving it to him recently.
Not for many years, no.
So his status as edgelord was not earned. It was merely a tall tale we were fed.
It was earned.
And in episode 69, no less.
It was earned. It was earned. He was not kind to me. That is true. But for a year or two before I met Savastra, I was also not kind to him.
Who is Savastra?
She was my court wizard. She took you to see Jabel. Oh, dear Jabel. Is Jabel still alive? Did she survive?
She did not, my lady.
Oh, Jabel.
The very same person that took us to Jabel
That was
Is
my
also-
court wizard, yes.
responsible for her death.
Savastra?
If that is what you call your wizard.
She was the keeper of... And then she sort of trails off and she says,
Your mind. Your ill
Wait.
habits.
Wait. I was at the marketplace. And I met a very unattractive man who said a very unattractive thing to me.
Did it start with the initials FY?
It certainly did. And then I turned but for a moment, and then that's when I met Savastra. What day is it?
I don't even know if we know
What
in
year
our world.
is it? When was the Battle of the Bands, Ionus?
That was 2 years ago.
Wait, more than that.
Yeah, it was more than that. Was it 3
Don't
years
ask
ago?
him. He doesn't know what year it is either.
My God.
As though you have been walking in a dream this entire time.
I do not understand.
As though you watch your actions from the outside.
Yes, what's the goddamn name?
Goliat?
No, I got it. Your mother. She handled it. Your mother.
Your mother, Debbie.
She handled it. My sister. She is in prison, is that correct?
That is correct.
Then how is it that she has been visiting me every week for the last 4 years?
My lady, if I may, that ugly man that you met just immediately before meeting Savastra, did you ever see him again?
Never. Except I feel like occasionally I would remember him. I would remember him, and then I would forget him again. And then I would remember him, and I would forget him.
And where did you and your men think you were?
Well, we were just outside of Breentown.
Not at the chalets.
In the chalets. The chalets is just across the river from Breentown.
That is what some of the soldiers said too, until Savastra fell, and suddenly they all seemed confused and disoriented, much as you are. It pains me to say this, but I think you have been ensorcelled for quite some time, and your world has been a lie.
And she looks very upset. And then she smiles, and she says, "And you think my husband could be convinced of that?"
It certainly could be suggested to him.
And he might well
I do not know your husband well enough to
take
know
me
what...
back with no questions asked.
I fear he would have some questions. And he may ask them.
But we might have answers for those questions,
Yes.
nephew.
Perhaps.
And-
Perhaps an apology goes much further than you
And
think.
happily, those answers would, in fact, be true.
Truth is a funny thing, nephew.
I have never found it so.
Well, truth is power. And I have a feeling we're going to need a lot of it. And thus ends episode 69 of Every War Must End, the Dungeon Dads podcast.
Oh my God. Got my ass kicked again.
Oh, man.
That was brutal.
That was
I
brutal.
got so close to
was-
falling down too. It was like, oh,
That
damn.
delayed blast fireball was terrible.
That was
and I
really
should have
bad.
recognized it, and I just didn't.
Yeah.
Wait, can I add an epilogue?
Yeah, sure.
Schnobik slips away into the woods to commune with his lady, as is his wont. And he summons her to his hand in a clearing in the woods. And he says, "My lady, I found something." And he takes Harold's ascended oar in the other hand and brings them together.
Wow. And you hear her say, "Schnobik, you wonderful, wonderful lover. My last, come home."
Shit.
Toodaloo, everybody.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo, everybody. My goodness.
Toodaloo.
John,
Yeah, John.
you did it once. Now we want it every time.
Heroes fall. Still on the front lines at all. This life
This is what happens when you don't pace yourself. We knew today was going to be a marathon, not a sprint.
That's right.
What am I singing for?
Well,